Who knows Vox? Yeah, who knows Vox? Okay, Vox. Asal, Vox, Gibson. We, CyRoot Academy is co-hosting this event with us tonight. They've helped us put this event on, so thank you very much for your support, CyRoot Academy. Vox and Jessica, if you guys would like to come up, they're going to tell you a bit about CyRoot. I'm going to get them set up. They'll tell you about themselves, and then they're going to do a little bit of presentation for you. So thank you, ladies.
Who said you don't know me? Raise your hand if you don't know me.
We're going to get to know each other tonight. All right, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to be here. Lorraine, thank you. You're always working around the clock, bringing this community together. Congratulations on your continuing success.
Thank you.
This turned out to be amazing this evening, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Okay. So I want to tell you a little bit about me, not too much. I'm the founder of CyRoot. We've been in business for about 4 years. We're an IT and cybersecurity company. We mainly focus on federal and public sector. And over the last few years, I was able to implement over $100 million in project. Currently, I'm working on emerging technology project for Clark County. And I also started CyRoot Academy. We are a nonprofit organization. We launched in January. That's because I was teaching cybersecurity, and I noticed a few of my students dropped out because of funding issues. They couldn't afford it, or whatever the case might be. So I started asking my colleagues to volunteer to teach, to help our airmen get their CompTIA Security Plus and other certifications. And people started volunteering, and we started getting more students. So I launched CyRoot Academy in January, and we're projecting to graduate 100 students by end of this year. So our mission is really to bring the community together and support those who need technical education for upskilling. So we started our mission with supporting active duty military, their spouses that keep moving around with them, supporting underserved communities, anyone that is looking for that technical education and can't afford it, people with disabilities. And for 2026, we're adding Indian tribes and recently incarcerated folks that want to upskill and come back through education in society. So we're really excited about that. Thank you. So here's some bragging rights. After 5 months of being in business, we won Veteran Supporter of the Year by the Chamber of Commerce. 2 months later, we got contacted by the governor's office asking how could they help us raise more money. And that was amazing. They put a whole tournament for us, raised $15,000 to support National Guard up in Reno and Carson City. 2 months after that, we signed a contract with Nevada State University where we became an education provider at NSU. And that's the first time for them to bring a nonprofit to help support the workforce development. 2 months after that, we won Top Tech Award in Las Vegas. That's me just receiving awards, but really it's the team behind me. I'm just the face and the idea person. How many people here are idea people? How many people here are the doers? Okay. Here's what I learned. The secret to success, if you're a good idea person, you gotta have good doers behind you. You can't be an idea person and a doer. That's how you get burned out. So make sure you have good services, a solid team that got your back. Without the support of my team, of my board of directors, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be taking these pictures. That's a true statement. I'm just a face. So that's my advice. Surround yourself by people that are smart. Just what Richard said. Met a database developer that helped him get his idea off the ground because you wouldn't have been able to develop that database, right? I'm in the same boat. My idea was to bring education at no cost to those who want to learn. And let me tell you something, there's a lot of money in Las Vegas. Another thing that I've done that's a little different than other nonprofits is when you donate to us, we don't just send you an email and say, oh, it's a tax write-off. Write it off your taxes. To me, that's BS. You donate all day long and then you run out of things to write off. So we establish a scholarship program in your name or someone you love or your company. And I started this just in October this year, and I want to show you. Link Technologies donated $500 in Link Technology name. This goes to support an active duty member. This is the CEO's sister that has MS, and she was a technologist, so she really wanted to honor her by establishing this. That's very cool. This is another Link Technology. This is by Affinity Learning. This person was a maintainer. You would appreciate this. Thunderbird Scholarship for $500. So we keep awarding these scholarships through our supporters in the community. This is a $1,000 scholarship. So when you donate to us, we make a bio and a picture, and we have a podcast where we interview you and we highlight you and your business, and that's our way to give back to your brand. So this holiday season, if you want to support an airman, a guard, a veteran, someone in need, maybe you're passionate about the Indian tribes, maybe you are passionate about single income families, whatever the selection criteria might be, you get to decide what that is for your scholarship, and we will find a person that wants that opportunity through you, and you'll get a thank you letter, and you get to write it off your taxes in the end. So this is our goal, to bring our community together and the need. And with that, we're establishing a leadership academy, launching in January. And I don't know what this is. I didn't look at it. It's not really it's my slide.
Yeah,
it's my
yours.
slide. All right. But here's what I'm going to tell you. Leadership Academy is launching in January. This is my vice president, Dr. Jessica Parker, and she's leading the initiative with a program called Crucial Conversations. She's also starting a digital skills program for elderly folks to teach them about information security, where you could go to different homes and talk to them about how to use better passwords, how to better secure their accounts, and so on. So fantastic mission and initiative. This is all launching in January. So she's here to talk to you about what is it like to have that crucial conversation at work, maybe a spouse. I have those conversations often. And so I'm very excited to introduce Dr. Parker. Please help me welcome her. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have you ever had a conversation where it started out and you thought it was going so well, and then it wasn't? Anybody? Having difficult conversations, those conversations where you need to have a very important, very factual conversation with somebody who's important to you, but you get that knot in the pit of your stomach. You get nervous. You're like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. What if they don't like what I have to say? What if I make them my enemy forever and I used to think they were my best friend or my spouse? Those conversations are important to us. And about 20 years ago, I took a course, Crucial Conversations for Mastering Dialogue, that transformed my ability to hold these conversations well. So think about the challenge of what separates a good conversation from a bad one. Does anybody have thoughts about what? Any ideas? Oh, I've got a hand back there in the white.
When you forget what you talked about.
What I've talked about? Okay.
What about intention?
Intention.
High emotions.
Framework. Oh, I didn't catch that one?
High emotions.
High emotions. Ooh, yes, because if you're not listening to understand, but you're listening to get your next word in, that will change your intention and how effective your conversation is. We're going to talk about the good conversations and some skills to help you do that. I'm also going to give you some tips and something you can take home to help you the next time you have a tough conversation. So what makes a conversation crucial? You've hit on it. Where you've got opposing opinions. You don't agree with the other person. You're on the opposite side of the spectrum. And we're going to leave politics on the floor right now. But she thinks it's black, I think it's white. All right, that's one element. High stakes. It matters to you a lot. You're passionate about it. It's important to you. And you have strong emotions. And I know I heard that over here. Because if you don't care about it, it's not very crucial. When you're passionate about it, it means something to you. That's that crucial conversation that makes all the difference in the world. But when our emotions are high, our brain doesn't always serve us well. When it matters most, we often do our worst. Our emotions sometimes get the better of us, and things come out of our mouths that we wish we didn't say. For example, I had a conversation with my teenage daughter. She's grown up now. And she told me she hated me. I hate you, Mom. I'm like, yeah, you're a teenager. You're going to say that. It didn't stress me out at all. But her other parent flipped out and didn't handle it very well. I'm like, teenagers say that. They don't really mean it. But she wasn't handling it well either because her emotions got the better of her. She didn't like what I told her. She didn't like that she was having to do her homework, I suspect. But she didn't handle it well. The solution is to learn to identify these. And I'm going to give you tips to derail that emotional response so that you can take control of that next emotional conversation. In Crucial Conversations for Mastering Dialogue, you will learn a whole bunch of skills. I am not going to read these to you. You're welcome. These skills will help you hold the conversations well. They will help you have a framework for listening, to understand, to put information into a shared pool of meaning so that you both have a full picture. Sometimes we have assumptions in the stories we tell ourselves about why somebody is doing what they are doing. The author of the books, one of the authors tells the story of going to pick up his wife at the airport. Over and over, needed to be on time, needed to be on time. Shows up late. Well, of course, the person who's waiting at the airport is hopping mad because they're telling themselves it's because they're unreliable. In reality, the person was late because they had gotten a call that their mother was in the hospital and they needed time to compose themselves. Now, certainly feeling like a heel after that happened, it was time to reflect. Why did he get so angry? Why was this such a crucial conversation? Because of the story that he told himself about why somebody was doing that. That intention behind it, or the intention we ascribe to someone else's behavior, affects how we perceive them and how we have that conversation. Now, as founders and business owners, you have these conversations happen all the time. You might have a service provider that fails to deliver. You might have an employee who makes a mistake. You might have performance issues on a team. You might have a really tough client to negotiate with. They like to play hardball. And you just want to get the sale and help solve their problem. It might be time to have a different type of negotiation. If you're doing fundraising, your investors are key. You need to be able to talk to your investors, help them understand your perspective, but you also need to understand theirs. What's in it for them to invest in your company? What's in it for them? What's going to make it awesome? Why is the compelling reason why? All of those can be crucial conversations for entrepreneurs. And I'm going to introduce the 6-second shift. Because 6 seconds isn't very much time, right? We can all manage 6 seconds in our day. That's all you need to derail what happens in your brain. So if you hear something, so somebody tells you, oh my gosh, this horrible thing happened. I can't believe so-and-so did this. And you can hear their voice raising. And now you're starting to get upset right along with them. What's happening in your brain is your brain is going into fight or flight mode. All the blood flow is leaving the thinking parts of your brain and going to your extremities so you can fight off a lion. Because, of course, once upon a time, that's what we needed to do. We needed to fight off the threats. Your body's reacting to these conversations as if they are a threat, just like your life was at stake, which means you're getting prepared to fight and not prepared to think, because the blood flow is leaving the thinking parts of your brain. This 6-second shift is like your emergency reset button. You'll be able to take control and get back the thinking so that you can have these conversations more effectively every single time. Okay, they won't go perfectly every time, I can't guarantee that, but you can be more effective. So I want you to think in your mind right now of a moment when you either reacted strongly to something, you snapped at someone. I know I did that with my kids a lot when they were little. Clean that room. You shut down in a meeting. Maybe an investor tore your idea apart. Or you felt frozen by anxiety. Oh, you have to present at that meeting and nobody told you and you've got 5 minutes to prepare. Good luck with that. Think about one of those moments. I want you to put that in your brain and think about how you felt at that moment in time. Did anybody feel, yay? Or did you start feeling tense? Did you feel your body tense up? Maybe a knot in your stomach. Maybe some anxiety. I'm getting some head nods. That's your body getting ready to fight. It's perceived that threat. We're going to try this again now with a little reset. In the first 1 to 2 seconds, when you start getting that feeling, I want you to name it. So think of that situation, and in your head, I want you to name that feeling. Everybody got that feeling named? And, close enough is good enough. You can give it 2 or 3 words if you prefer. Okay, now that you've got the feeling named, that same situation, you've named the feeling, take a deep breath. 1 deep breath in through the nose and out through your mouth. And now you're going to choose what response serves me best here. Because now you're thinking, what's going to be the best thing to do? That question will now help you move forward more effectively without as much tension, because you've just shifted your brain from the emotional reaction to solving the problem with just 6 seconds. Does everybody here think they can do this?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Who thinks it's worth trying the next time you get into one of those? All right, at least I'm not the only one. There's actual science behind this. It is research-based. Again, because of the way our brains are designed, we changed over time, and we used to have to fight off predators. Those were the threats we had to worry about. We had to worry about being thrown out of the tribe. We had to worry about physical beasts coming to kill us. So we evolved to be very effective at staying alive through that. The fact that we are still here is why. Those same skills are not what we need to have these difficult conversations. So you're taking that amygdala. If anybody's heard the term amygdala hijack, somebody else coined that, so I can't use it. But in the back of your head, they sometimes call it the lizard brain. But that's the one that takes over when you have that tension and your emotions are running high and your brain is just not doing what you need it to do most. And by naming the feeling, taking a deep breath, and asking the question, you retake control of your brain to focus on thinking and solving the problem, not fighting for your life. That will enable you to have these conversations more effectively. We're going to get interactive because you don't want to listen to me talk the whole time. So at your tables, since I see we've got groups of folks, so at your tables or with a partner, share how this technique may help you and a situation you will try it in. You get 60 seconds each, so you're going to be active at your tables, talking to each other. It's kind of like a pre-networking. Go. All right, we can wrap that up. You are all wonderful. Thank you so much. How did that feel? Boring? Aw. I'll work harder next time. How did it feel? Good? You got to talk to somebody at your table. Hopefully it was somebody that you enjoyed sharing with. If you want to learn more, we are having full classes. If you have a larger group of people, we can actually bring it to you as well. We have 5 interactive evenings, 2.5 hours each evening, available for Crucial Conversations for Mastering Dialogue. This is a certified course. That is, I am a certified trainer for this program through Crucial Learning. They partner with us, and they allow us to teach this to the community. Normally, you'll see it only in corporate training or through their website. There's 2 different options because we're not sure what schedule is going to work for people best, but if those don't work, and again, you have enough folks, maybe 10 or more, to bring it in, let us know. You can register at CyRootAcademy.org. We're super excited to be launching this. And again, I brought it forward because it's helped me so much. There are 2 little stories. I took this first course. I got some skills. About a year later, there's a second course for crucial accountability. I took that one when I was going through my divorce. I needed that reset so badly because I wasn't focused on what I wanted. I was focused on how mad I was. It's not the best thinking time in your life when you're going through a divorce. Do not recommend. However, sometimes it's the right decision, and in order to get what you want, you have to have those crucial conversations, and you have to have it well. We want to make sure that we also thank all of you. Thank you to the veterans who are here. Thanks to those who have served. We're super excited to be part of this journey with you. Thank you again.
Thank you, Dr. Jessica. Thank you, Dr. Jessica. It was very informative. There's definitely some people in this room, myself included, that could definitely learn from those tips there. Oh boy! That's my husband, by the way. You could definitely learn from that too, so that's a conversation we'll have later.